Hello guys, since we know how to insert the post using our application, now we'll move to the part where we will retrieve and show all the posts to the user. So we're now going to our NetBeans or PHP development environment and directly to the access.php class. And here we'll write a new function which is called function select posts. Oops, I'm sorry, select comments. And here in the round brackets, we're writing the variable ID of the comment we want to select based on, and then it will be offset, then comma, dollar symbol, it will be a limit. Then place a curly brackets. This function will select all posts related, select all comments related to the certain post. Okay, so first of all, we'll write an SQL command. We will write an SQL command, which might be a little bit complicated for you. SQL command to be executed. SQL equals to, then in the quotation marks, we will here write. We'll write here comments dot id, or let me show you it here. So what we will do is we'll write select, then we'll write comments dot id. We want to select id of the comment, then we'll write comments dot post id, comma, then comments dot comment itself, comma, then comments dot date created, comma, then we want to select from the posts dot the text of the post, then posts the picture of the post, comma, then we want to select the username, users dot first name, comma, then users dot last name, comma, then users dot ava, the profile picture of the user, and we can select the user ID as well. Here, post ID, we can write comments dot user ID as well. Okay, so after that, we will select this from comments, then we will join the comments with other two tables. Left join posts on posts.id equals to comments.postid, and the same for the users table. Left join users on users.id equals to comments.userid, where let's say the posts.id will be equals to 8. For example, this in my case, I have the post which is having the comment, and the post ID is 8. And here we can write order by comments.date created, and this is a descending order, and limit 10, this example, and offset, which means skip, is 0. So we will execute this SQL command. It says that there is an error. At line 5, it says that there is an error. Here, yeah, we forgot to put a comma. Okay, and we will now execute it, so it retrieves the post. We're coming back to our development environment, and here SQL command, I'll put quotation marks, and in this quotation marks, I will insert it. I'll just make a logical gaps like this, so it will be more readable. Like that. And here we will just have to replace the values with the variables, where id equals to id, and where limit equals here 10 will be equals to limit, and where offset will be equals to offset. These are the reference variables. And here semicolon at the end. Beautiful. we're now going to prepare the statement for the execution. We write statement equals to this arrow connection, then again arrow prepare SQL for the execution, then semicolon at the end, prepare the SQL command for execution. And after we prepared this, we want to check if there is any error or not. So we write if the round brackets, then curly brackets, in the round bracket we'll put exclamation mark, and then dollar symbol we'll write statement, which means if statement is false, then we want to throw new exception, and this exception we will write statement, then arrow, error, and semicolon at the end. Error while preparing for execution. Okay, great. So now we will execute the SQL command. Statement equals to executed. And now we'll try to get the results from this execution. Execute the command. Okay, here I'll create a new variable which will be a result, and this variable will store the result which we got from the statement. Statement equals to get result and semicolon at the end. Okay, so we are retrieving all results from the execution and assigning it to result variable. Great. And now we will loop through every single result, and we'll write a while loop, while then in the round brackets we'll write row will be equals to result, then we'll write arrow fetch underscore associated, and then open curly brackets, and here we'll write a new variable which will be a return, open and close square brackets will get assigned row to it. And finally want to return the variable called return. This is what we want to do. This is exactly the same function and the same method like we have done for our select posts function. So here we are looping through every single result or row and assigning it to the return array. So we need now, this is the return array, it's initiated in the curly brackets of the while loop, so this return cannot recognize it. So we'll have to write here return array. So we'll write here return equals to the array, open and close round brackets. So that is it. This is the function which will return us the comments. Okay, we're now going to the comments.php. We're scrolling down to the step 3, which is inserting the comments. Here for the step 3 we'll write else if statement, else if, then open round brackets, then open curly brackets. In the round brackets we'll check the action for show. So we'll write here $_ request, then square brackets, and then quotation marks. We'll write here action, and then we're going out from the square brackets, space, then double equal mark, then space, and then single quotation marks. We'll write select. Let's say select means select the posts. Okay, so this will be for selecting the comments, I'm sorry. And here we'll write the logic of retrieving back to the user the comments. Okay. And here we'll execute. Here, by the way, we need to check for the offset and limit. Here we'll write if, open and close round brackets, then open curly brackets, and the round brackets will write if empty, then second round brackets, $symbol underscore request, then square brackets, then quotation marks. We'll check for limit, then we're coming out from the square brackets, then coming out from the second square brackets and round brackets. Then we'll put or symbol and we'll write again empty, and then we have again third round brackets. In the third round brackets we'll write $symbol underscore request, then square brackets, then single quotation marks. We write offset. If one of these values, which is limit or offset, is empty, then we want to return the message, which will be return, then square brackets in quotation marks, status will be 400, and then we'll write return square brackets and single quotation marks, message equals to single quotation marks means limit or offset is missing. And then we want to echo back this to the user, echo JSON underscore encode the return, not result. And then we want to disconnect the connection access arrow disconnect, and we want to return without executing it further. Here we are checking for the existence of limit or offset information. Great. Since it does exist, then we will execute the function which we just now wrote. We're going to access, then we'll write select comments. Here we will receive the ID of the comment, then offset and limit. Here, by the way, we'll have to check ID or limit or offset information. Here we'll also need to receive the ID. So I will continue, or before this I'll write here at the beginning empty, then again round brackets, then in the round brackets request, square brackets, then single quotation marks, ID, and then space and double vertical dashes. So what this means, or. If, by the way, if you cannot find the dash button in my British Mac keyboard, it's right about the shift button on the right side of your keyboard. Okay, so here the ID which we received here, offset is that offset, and limit is that limit. Okay, so since we have received these values, let's cast them in the save mode. Here, don't forget to put semicolon at the end. Okay, so here ID will be equals to HTML entities $symbol underscore request and square brackets and the quotation marks ID. Then the same we're doing for the limit. Limit equals to HTML entities $symbol underscore request square brackets quotation marks limit and the semicolon at the end. And the same we're doing for the offset. Offset equals to HTML entities $symbol underscore request square brackets quotation marks offset. Beautiful. And here we are showing some error. Yeah, don't forget to put semicolon at the end. Okay, so this is, we are safe mode of casting received data, and the same we're doing here above for the comment. Safe mode of casting received data. Beautiful. And by the way, guys, if you would like, you can insert this block of code into this insert action. It will be fine. There will be nothing wrong. Okay. Here is the safe mode. Now we have executed select comments function, and we'll assign the result to the variable which we will call, let's say, comments. Comments equals to that one. Execute function that selects all comments of the post and assign and assign all results to comments. Okay, beautiful. And here we will do the if statement. If, open and close round brackets, then curly brackets. In the round brackets, we're writing if comments. Very important, comments means all the comments selected successfully. If comments, then we want to return, then square brackets, then quotation marks, comments equals to comments, which we just now selected. And I want to echo this. Echo JSON encoding comment return. The one way which we have just now assigned. Return. Okay, beautiful. So we'll now execute this block of code using our browser to make sure that everything is correct. Here I will keep localhost /fb comments.php, then we put a question marks, then we'll write a body. So first action will be select missing required information. Okay, by the way guys, this block of code we will have to adjust this code. So step one, what we will do is we will move it here. We'll put it here. So okay, select this code, the full step one. Select this, cut this, then insert it here in the if statement. Insert it here. This curly brackets, remove it. Then here we'll keep a gap. Then select this empty till the first round bracket, cut it, and here before you come out from the round brackets put or and insert it here. Then remove this block of code and close the curly bracket here like that. Your code must be looking like this. And here, after we echo this, we can disconnect it. Access, disconnect, and semicolon. And then establish connection will be step 1. So limit offset is missing. Beautiful. But when we will write, let's say insert, missing required information, we can write missing post ID or user ID or comment. Actually, it will be unsafe to write this. We'll write missing required information for insert to make sure that we are doing everything fine. So save this. Before we go to the select, we'll check for the insert action insert. Then we will write post underscore ID equals 8. This is the post that we have. Then we'll write and the user ID equals 22. I have this user, and comment equals to hi there. So commented successfully. I'll check now comment. So hi there. It is successfully commented. Okay. Let me just recheck it again. Okay, beautiful. I'll just recheck it. Yes, everything is fine. We will now check the selection of the posts. Action, first of all, will be select. Limit or offset is missing. Here we'll replace this message by the missing required information, because someone, if he knows that there's supposed to be limit or offset, the hacker, he can hack your SQL command and get everything from your database. So we'll write missing required information. Okay, missing required information. We need to declare ID ID of the, actually it's supposed to be ID of the post. Here when we go to access ID of the comment, of the post, I'm sorry. So it will be good to write post ID instead of the just ID. So we'll write post ID to make so we're sure that this is ID of the posts. And here we'll write post ID as well. Okay, so here we'll rename it post ID as well. Okay, so here we will select and post ID will be equals to 8. I have this post under ID 8. So I go to posts, I have a post under the ID 8 and it has the comment, that is the one. And then we write and limit equals, let's say 10, and offset equals 0. So missing required information for insert, it's supposed to be select. Yeah, it is here because of the 0. It's supposed to be, let's say, 1. Here we change it to being an is set. So we must have here post ID, limit, or offset. Action is select, then post ID is 0, limit. Okay, so it's very, very weird. Action is select. So missing required information for select. And post underscore ID, that is the one. Equals 8. Then we have a limit equals 10. Oops, yeah, here should be no dollar sign. Okay, so here it shows some error messages. First, line 54. Here we need to change the name from the ID to being a post ID. Then we've got the 59. Okay, here we need to change this ID, we need to change the post ID. Undefined variable return. Okay, undefined variable return. So we're now coming back to access 72 on the comments.php. Yeah, okay. We're going back to comments.php 72 return. Yes, the thing is that here, because this return it's firstly declared in the second and third closures, so we need to declare array here. We'll write return equals to array. So this will be the part of this class. Declare array to store all information for throwing back to the user. And we'll now run it. Then it says line 17. Yeah, here don't forget semicolon. And it shows the empty array. So let's check out what's going on. Offset 0. Yeah, here we go. So yes, we are now successfully retrieved 2 posts, which 2 comments were retrieved. This is the first one, and supposed to be 2 no, I have one actually comment, and we have retrieved successfully this comment. So that's it, guys. It was quite complicated task. It was quite confusing because we're combining several actions in the one PHP class, then we were modifying this. So at the same time, you can now pause the video and compare your code with mine. This is the first part of the comments.php. This is the second part, and this is the third part. Now I'm going to the access.php. This is this protocol. This is the first part of this protocol, and that is the second part of the protocol. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your attention. We are now moving further. Good job.